I'm tired of the OKC Thunder getting away with this. Because for a team who already has the MVP, two 24-year-old All-Stars, and a million first-round picks, OKC decided we're going to trade for one of the best young shooters in the league. And the best part is, we've got so many first-round picks that it doesn't even matter which one we trade. All that matters is the best team in the NBA just got better, and not just now, but for the future as well.
McCain, 2 for 2.
Because OKC didn't just trade for Jared McCain because they think he has potential, or because he fits their culture. They traded for a guy who fits a need right now, and their biggest need all season has been shooting, and now they've just added one of the best shooters in the league. And if you think I'm exaggerating, no, Jared McCain is really that good. Just look at him on this play, where he gets it from Hardenstein, drives into the paint, loops the pass to Wallace, and you hear him calling for the ball to get it back as he's relocated to the corner to knock down the three. Does that remind you of anyone? And that's not the first time Jared McCain has looked like Steph Curry on a play. How about this play from when he was just a rookie, where he gets the ball out in transition. He drives into the paint, drawing Franz before kicking it out to PG, and again, relocating for the three. This is something Jared McCain is capable of doing that not many players in the league can do. And this was during a stretch of play last year where McCain didn't just look like a good shooter or a good rookie, he looked like a future all-star. He was doing this night in and night out, hitting pull-up jumpers in transition, getting to the rim, getting to his mid-range. No one will be Steph Curry. Let me make it very clear that he was at least showing flashes of things we have seen Steph Curry do. And if I told you this time last year that the Thunder of all teams would trade for Jared McCain and only give up a late first-round pick to do it, every single one of us would have shook our heads in disgust. Because this time last year, Jared McCain was the most productive rookie in the NBA, averaging an efficient 15 points per game before getting injured. But after back-to-back injuries, including tearing his thumb right before the season, and combined with the Sixers drafting VJ Edgecombe, McCain went from the future of that franchise to an afterthought. And that's when Sam Presti does what he always does. He swooped in. And if you ignore the first 15 games of the season, which I think is valid considering he had torn his thumb after having a season-ending injury, if you ignore that, he has been over 40% from three his entire NBA career. And even if that's a small sample size, this is just who he is. In college, he shot 41% as well. Like I said, this is an elite shooter, and for a team that needed shooting more than anything, they added one of the best shooters in the league. And whilst he's only played 7 games for the Thunder so far, we are already seeing that pay off, with him shooting 44% from three in those games. And it's not just the three-point shooting either. The reason I rate McCain so highly is because he's not one-dimensional. If you try and run him off that three-point line, he'll find a different way to score. And a lot of times, that involves getting to his spot in the mid-range. Just like here where Wilson is face-guarding him off the ball. So McCain gets to the mid-range instead, and one dribble, look how smooth that pull-up jumper is. Or this time against Joman, it looks like the screen is coming, but instead he attacks the space, and look how quickly he's able to rise up and knock down that jumper. Or even on this play, where this time he uses his strength to back his defender down, getting to his spot, and then the turn and fade, which is money. And despite being undersized, one thing that McCain has, which a lot of the best undersized scorers also have, is a strong lower body. Think about guys like Jalen Brunson, even Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. If you want to survive as someone who's 6'1" or 6'2" in the NBA, you need to either be freakishly fast or really strong. Jared McCain has that lower body strength that allows him to bully defenders, sometimes getting to his spots. He's also not the quickest or most athletic, but what you see on a lot of those shots is how quickly he gets into his release. It is that one dribble and then he pulls up effortlessly. That is what makes him different. And he even has some craft around the rim as well. Like on this play where he gets the handoff from J. Will, and with KPJ following him tightly around the screen, he then uses that quick little in and out dribble to freeze Portis before the teardrop over the top of Chang. And we were starting to see this on a nightly basis from McCain. He was getting to the rim, he was getting to the mid-range, he was punishing mismatches, hitting pull-up threes. Because I mentioned the 15 points per game, that doesn't tell the full story. Before his injury last year, over his last 15 games, McCain was averaging over 19 points, 3 assists, and shooting nearly 40% from 3. He was doing absolutely everything. And he didn't just forget how to do all of this. He didn't just fall off. That wasn't a fluke. He missed the entire second half of last year and then missed preseason and then tore his thumb. We have to realize, as young players, these guys need reps more than anything. And when you don't get those off-season reps and then you don't get those preseason reps, it is very difficult to then come into the season on limited minutes and try to find your form. But the fact he has still shot around 40% from 3 this season, despite that, tells you how good he is. It also tells you how respected he is as a shooter. And I know everyone hates the word gravity because it gets overused to death, but when you are this level of shooter, defenders are going to make mistakes trying to prevent you from shooting. Just like on this play where he gets the ball from Caruso, and watch both Gillespie and Dunn rush out to try and contest his shot, leaving Isaiah Joe wide open. This just gives OKC another option if they need shooting, if they need someone that can give them a spark off the bench, not just in the regular season, but in the playoffs as well. And the real genius of this move for OKC, it lies in the detail. Because you might think to yourself, why would OKC trade for a guy in his second year when they could get someone more experienced? They're looking to win now. They've got enough young players and future assets. They don't need a 21-year-old. Well, Sam Presti is always a step ahead. Because the reason Jared McCain is such a perfect trade right now is salary. Over the next 3 years, he will be making $5 million on average. If they can get this level of production that they have already gotten, and he could absolutely be even better than that, then $5 million is a steal that you simply just can't find in free agency. This is why they have been hoarding all those picks. The reason they haven't traded 5 first-round picks for Lauri Markkanen or all of those things is because they know that you can get value in the first round, or if you're the Thunder, you can find it in the second round as well. And that value allows you to build around Shea, Chet, and J-Dub, who are going to be making so much money. So not only is this a play for the future because of McCain's potential, this is a play for the now because of how much money he is making. And if he gets back to the form we saw last year, Daryl Morey, you will be publicly crucified, and Sam Presti will have made the NBA look foolish again.